Thank you for coming along tonight. My name is Sue Harris and I'm from Queen Mary, University of London, from the film department. What I hope to do is explain something of Bertrand Blier's work for those of you who may not be very familiar with it, and also hopefully delight those of you who are fans with some excerpts from films that you may not have seen for some time, but which will all be in the retrospective that's coming in the weeks to come, in the week to come, following the premiere of Le Bruit des Glaçons, The Clink of Ice, tomorrow evening. Bertrand is here to premiere tomorrow evening his new film, Le Bruit des Glaçons, The Clink of Ice. And I think we'll be reassured, those of us who are fans, will be reassured that provocation and taboo are still Bertrand's stock in trade. I want to begin by taking us back to not quite the beginning of Bertrand's career, but to the film that I think launched his career, certainly with a mass public, a film called Les Valseuses from 1973.
C'était une époque où faire des films, c'était le plus beau métier du monde.
It was an era when making films was just the best job in the world.
L'activité de cinéaste n'est pas très différente des autres activités artistiques comme la littérature, la peinture ou la composition musicale. C'est pas très différent, sauf que ça coûte beaucoup plus cher, le cinéma.
It's not really that much different from the process of creating a work of art in literature or painting or any of the other arts. It's just a whole lot more expensive.
Donc la difficulté, c'est d'arriver à oublier le poids de l'argent et de savoir le dépenser comme si on en avait encore beaucoup.
So you've just got to forget about the weight of money and keep spending it as if you had plenty.
Je l'ai pris! Je l'ai pris!
Quoi?
Mon pied! Je l'ai pris!
Ouvre, casse-toi là!
Trop belle pour toi is one that I'd like to talk about. This was a film, this is perhaps the film that, certainly the film that got a huge number of awards in France. These films before this tend to feature two men and one woman in some kind of combination. Préparez vos mouchoirs is like that. Two men and one woman in Tenue de soirée as well. Three men in Buffet Froid. And this was perhaps the first film where we get a sense of a movement towards women being definitely the center.
Moi, c'est ta bouche que j'aime bien.
Ma bouche?
Oui, ta bouche.
Elle te plaît, cette musique?
Quelle musique?
J'ai eu de la chance avec ce film parce que j'ai eu un très bon associé qui s'appelait Franz Schubert.
He said he had a fabulous collaborator on this film, and that was Schubert, whose music permeates the film.
Je m'aperçois d'une chose, c'est la première fois d'ailleurs en rapprochant ces films, que j'ai toujours fait des films sur des hommes qui ne comprenaient rien aux femmes. Mais celui-là, Trop belle pour toi, c'est un film sur des femmes qui ne comprennent rien à l'homme non plus.
Okay, so
Voilà. Et personne ne comprend rien à personne.
voilà. Saying he's always made films about men who didn't understand women. Here we have a film about women who don't understand the man, and in fact nobody understands anybody particularly in this film. One of the awards that Bertrand received in his career was an award that's very rare in France, which is an Oscar, an Academy Award for the best foreign film for the film Préparez vos mouchoirs, which is the film that will be shown this evening after this event.
C'est une récompense tellement incroyable qu'on ne réalise même pas qu'on la reçoit. On a l'impression de vivre un conte de fées et que la lumière se rallume à la fin.
It's like living through a fairy tale and the light's going to come on at the end.
Oh, vous êtes vaches les mecs, merde! J'ai des gosses!
Désolé, Tram. J'ai un contrat à remplir.
Was it already his intention to do a film with his father, who was playing the inspector?
Quand on a un père comme ça, il faut le faire tourner.
When you've got a father like him, you have to film him.
Les grands acteurs ce sont des enfants, ce sont des amis, ce sont des copains. Quand on tourne un film, on est en vacances.
He's saying, and it's evident, I think, from his responses, that he loves actors. They're great friends, they're children. Filming with actors, certainly the actors Bertrand has worked with, is like being on holiday.
C'est toujours difficile de démarrer dans ce métier, c'est très difficile. Démarrer, ça va encore. Ce qui est dur, c'est de rester.
It's always hard to get started, he's saying, in this industry, but staying in it is somehow even more difficult.
C'est difficile de rester sur la route. On a l'impression de faire de l'autostop souvent quand on est metteur en scène.
When you're a director, you often feel like you're hitchhiking.
Et il y a des moments où aucun camion ne s'arrête.
Sometimes no one will stop for you.
Et il faut rester sur la route.
And you've got to stay on the road.
Et aujourd'hui, c'est peut-être parce que je me suis habitué, mais c'est beaucoup plus difficile. Tout devient beaucoup plus. On est dans un monde d'argent. On est à la bourse, quoi. On est au CAC 40.
He's saying it's a very different kind of job to do now because it's a very different kind of industry to work in. It's an industry that is dependent on finance perhaps in ways that film wasn't back when Bertrand started.
On a de la chance en France encore de pouvoir faire ce genre de film, ce qui n'est pas le cas, par exemple, aux États-Unis. Aux États-Unis, ça va beaucoup plus mal.
In America, there's far less of that kind of opportunity to make a film that's somehow as different from the mainstream. I hope you enjoy Préparez vos mouchoirs, those of you who are staying for it. I know you will enjoy Le Bruit des Glaçons when it premieres tomorrow, and I wish you great joy of the retrospective in the week to come. Thank you very much for coming tonight, and thank you, Bertrand.